Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to take a look at the solo arena in Elder Scrolls Legends, the collectible card game. So we do have one of these that we got while we did the solo sort of story, so we're going to go ahead and use this to unlock the solo arena. So now we get to choose what sort of class we want to play. So the combinations of like the... and here you can see the different classes that are given to any combination of like purple and red, and I don't remember what all of the things actually stand for. Like I know white is willpower, so we have a couple of different choices: green and 2, red and 2. I don't know, I've been playing oh, you know what, let's go ahead and try the warrior. I don't know if that's going to be a good choice or not, but I'm interested in trying that. I do like, okay, so strength and endurance. So I do like that we've kind of got like the arena announcer from the Elder Scrolls games, if you're familiar with that. So you know what, let's go ahead and select it and see what we do. I don't know if you know which deck is going to be best, but now we're going to get choices with those two factions, I believe neutral cards as well. So Trebuchet, I haven't seen this one before. It's interesting. I don't know if I like it, but it's certainly interesting, but it has to survive in order to do that, so I don't really like that. Let's see here. Attacks. Draw 2/1/1 Nord Firebrands with charge. Oh, I've seen this card in action. If you can keep it alive, it's pretty neat. And yeah, you know what? I think we're going to go with that one. So let's see here. Now, lethal is nice, so that basically if it does damage to a minion, it will kill a minion. When another friendly creature attacks and destroys the creature. Yeah, but I still think the cost is a little high for the stats on that. But, +2/+2. That's pretty good. At the end of your turn, if you have 7 more... Oh, okay, so that's kind of interesting. Something else we want to keep alive. Friendly creatures in this lane have lethal. So this is this could be really good in certain types of decks. Like this might be a nice combination with the white weenie deck that I have. So I'm not really sure which one I want to go with here. So oh gosh, we could end your turn, summon a 1/1. So if I have a lot of Magicka, then this is basically going to be a 2/2 and a 3/3, which is pretty good. All these cards are pretty interesting. Oh, and I don't know if this is the rarity down here, so I wonder if that's what it is. I'm not guaranteed, though, that I'm going to have other minions to kill other minions, so I think I'm going to go with one of these two. And again, I'm not guaranteed. You know what? I'm going to go with this guy. I like the idea of generating more and more people. So let's see here. Let's see here. Getting 5 health, that can be really helpful. Let's see here. Summon +1 for each enemy room destroyed. So this guy's better in the late game. And summon +3 and breakthrough at the top. So we're not going to have any idea if we're going to have like a mostly red deck. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead with this guy. Give us a little bit more longevity. Okay, so I like having some guard creatures and give somebody +2/+0. That's not bad. 2/2 for 1 is pretty good. And 06 for a 3. Interesting. A lot of choices here. I think it's kind of between these two, but I like the idea of having a guard and a +2 bonus. So I'm basically getting a 2/2 for 2, and I'm not getting the health bonus. You know what? I like having bodies on the board, so we're going to go ahead with that. So here's that Nord Firebrand, so we can possibly get those from that other card. Enemy creature lose guard, I don't know. Destroy an enemy creature if you have a creature with higher power. Interesting. So this, I don't know if it's really worth a card in our deck. I think there's some decks I might work with, but we're not necessarily going to have that. This can be real helpful, but again, I don't. So removal tends to be good. I don't know if this is gonna be useful or not, but you know, I like having removal, so we're gonna go with that. All right, and 8 for 7 seems pretty good, but I actually like this guy. I like being able to get rid of maybe small creatures or whatever. So I think I'm gonna go. I don't know if we're going to go semi-aggro or not, but we'll see. And then here we have a mana curve down here. So we got to get some lower cost ones as well. So, ooh, so that's interesting. So +4/+1. You know what? I'm going to go with this guy. I really, the stats are so good on that. It could be a good early game card. You know, turn 1 if we have the extra mana, or turn 2, that can be a fantastic card. So I'm going to go with that. All right, so let's see what else we have. Okay, so that guy will get a little attack buff. And he's already a 2/3 for 2, which is pretty good. We haven't been picking a lot of items. This card was a pain in a game I just recently played online against another opponent, so I don't know, but I don't know how many basically items it's going to have in order to equip, and so both of these are equipped with items, which can be pretty good, but I think we're just going to go with this guy for now. Pretty good stats, and we're getting more 2-mana cards down here. So, okay, so this one, interesting, just giving +1 health. We get to use it 3 times. You can only use these once per turn, so that's pretty good. Silence a creature can definitely be good. If there's one enemy creature in this lane, give this 1 charge. That's pretty interesting. I think we're going to go with this, though. I kind of like the combat tricks that might allow us to do. Of course, we want to be able to do it 1 turn as a real trick that our opponent won't be expecting, but I still kind of like that. Okay. So this is giving us 2 of those for 3. Yeah, not sure about that. Turn another friendly creature to your hand. Interesting. Yeah, there are certain decks where that might work really well in, but I don't know if that's really what we want to do. So here's a prophecy card. Yeah, actually, 2/2 guards, 1 in each lane for 4. Yeah, I actually like that. It's weird. I don't know if I'm going to go for maybe setting up a little aggression and then guards to protect that aggressive cards or not. So give a creature guard. It's nice to have 1-mana cards to have something to play, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to go for. This is a big body guard, which is pretty interesting. But this is going to be less mana and give someone else guard. Yeah, you know what, we're going to go with that. I kind of like that card. So let's see here. If you have another friendly orc. So how many orcs do we have? We've got 2. We've already got 2 orcs so far. So this card could be really good if we go orc heavy. Another one of these. This one could be alright in the right deck. You know what? We're going to go orc, because orcs is best, and see what happens. I kind of like this card. Again, this could be good in the right deck. With all of our guard creatures, though, this might be really good for survivability. Although card draw can be really nice. You know what? We've seen a lot of... We should have... If we'd taken some of these guys that do well with equipment, then this obviously would have been much better. So, you know what? I'm going to take this. We'll see, because card draw can be really helpful as well. So, this is another orc, so we might take this depending on what else we have here. 4/1 lethal. Yeah, this is pretty good mana ramp if we can keep it alive. Nope, we're going to go orcs, and see what happens here. Alright, so no orcs here, some Argonians and Imperial. Okay, when you have 7 or more mana, Magicka... Okay, I've used this card before. I actually like this card. It's a very good late game card, especially for the cost. Ooh, this with our guys that boost. Yeah, I like having card draw because we don't know how things are going to go in the arena. Yeah, you know what? I like both of these cards. So, what do we want to do? We're going to have a decent number of small minions, I think. Yeah, we're going to do this and see what happens. Alright, so more orcs. Yeah, if we can get as much as I like having to charge, if we can get orcs buffing each other, why not? Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, the Dwemmers, I think, are meant to work together if you have a bunch of them, and they can buff each other and do interesting things. But yeah, I don't think we're going to go with that. Ward, basically, you don't take damage on the first hit. Yeah, I like that. Some more longevity might be nice too. But you know what? I like that ward ability. We'll see. So we could get another one of these if we want. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, we're going to go with this guy. If our opponent is kind of being aggressive, we're going to have a lot of little pings, it looks like, which could be really helpful. Summon, give +5 to a creature this turn. Now, this could be, so more removal here, which is nice. But this could be something that either takes out a big creature that we need to, or possibly wins the game. We don't actually have a lot of high mana cost. I mean, we have some 5s, but you know what? We're going to go with this guy and see what happens. All right, so we have several, again, more equipments. You know what? Yeah, if we can keep getting that orc, why not? So give a creature +2 or the charge and a little bit better body. Because yeah, I think we're going all in on the orcs. Unless we have an amazing card, we're probably going to pick it. Let's see here. If we already have a creature out, then yeah, that could be definitely more helpful. Maybe sack a creature, and then we have a 2/2. They're both the same mana cost. I don't know. We'll go with the more combat trick sort of thing. Alright, so... yeah, I mean, this guy, he dies to pings whenever, but he's something that you have to take out. Having lethal is nice. You know what? We're going to go ahead with that guy. Alright, so Wood Elf, Nord, and Orc. Another one of this little combat trick. I really like this card. Quite a bit. 1/1 for 1, deal 1 damage. It's really good, but you know what? I really like the idea of keeping with the orcs going. So, having another one of these cards might be nice. Can't attack unless your lane is full. Oh, we have and another orc. Summon an orc from your discard. Oh, yeah. We gotta go with the chieftain, just for the heck of it. We ended up with kind of an orc-themed deck here. Friendly orcs in this lane of breakthrough. That's nice. Breakthrough and charge is good, but for 4, it's probably not going to survive. Yeah, orcs. We'll see how it goes. So we definitely have a very orc-heavy deck, which could be a terrible, terrible decision. So another guy with word. Let's see here. So getting a body and silence might not be too bad. Deal, you know what? I still like these. Deal 1 damage to all other creatures in this lane. You know what? Silence can be really helpful. So having at least 1 silence, I don't think is necessarily a bad idea. So big body would be nice, definitely. But I think we're gonna go with this maybe, to help us get rid of some big bodies, maybe. Yeah, why not? We'll go with that. So another Dwemer, +4/+1, that can be pretty good. And yeah, we're going to go with this. So let's see here. Stone Throw. Another Orc. Oh, this is a tricky one. I don't particularly like 1 health creatures. But it is another orc. It's got a lot of damage, and we can possibly use it to buff other stuff. And we don't actually have a ton of powerful creatures. We already got one of these. I don't particularly love this card anyway, so we're going to go with this one. Alright, we have 1 card remaining. We don't have another orc, so deal 2 damage to each player. Okay. If we're going super aggressive, that could be a really great card. But this guy, yeah, so this is nice. I like this card. But this guy, this can be beautiful. We've got these low-cost creatures we can play, and then we can buff their health when we play them. So we're definitely going to go with that guy. And then enter the arena. So that took some time picking the cards. Here they're explaining that we have to defeat all these people and then defeat the boss. I'm not sure if there are different bosses or whatever. This is the first time I've tried it. So I really don't know who we want to go after first. But we have to defeat all these people, and if we lose 3 times, then we're out, like in Hearthstone. So let's go against you. I don't know what you're going to do. I think some of these are also going to have special rules. There we go. Yeah, nice. I do like the announcer there. I kind of definitely throw back to plenty of hours spent in Elder Scrolls games. I played from Morrowind on. So let's see here. We are going second. We definitely don't want this. And you know what? I mean, this is going to be, yeah, better late game, but this might be nice. So hopefully we'll get some other low-cost creatures and we can buff it with that. So, okay, 2/1 guard. Not great for us necessarily. Alright, so yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna leave that guard there and play this guy over here, and then we can buff it next turn if we use mana again, or maybe play something else. Maybe use this to give somebody some health, depending on what the situation brings about. Okay, so there, they've got... I kind of like that card, Sax Creature. It give you 2/3/2s. So, yeah, there's no point in really buffing the health of that, so we're going to use our Elixir again, and then give this creature a pretty big buff. We're going to deal a bunch of damage, and, you know, then we're going to lose that creature, most likely, but I am okay with that. Oh, it looks like we're going to lose both of those creatures, so that is kind of a bummer. We do draw a card. Alright, so... interesting. So we could... ooh, getting all kinds of stuff out there. So, oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is what I was looking for. So, we're going to deal 1 damage, draw a card. Then we're going to... yeah. We're going to buff our ability and then drop you down and kill off all those guys. So, that went pretty well. Alright, so we have card advantage. Health is very similar, but let's see here. So what do you do? Last gas, deal 3. Okay. I mean, we could buff your health so you survive a hit from that guy. So let's see here. But what else would we do? Not really sure what we want to do here. Let's see, we could do 3. Yes, we could do that. We could do 3 and 1 and just go face. And yeah, we're going to lose this guy, but we have a lot of deal 1 damage stuff to maybe finish this guy off. Plus we have a guy that's buffed a little bit over here with lethal. And he's protected but not against spells. Okay, so charge. And drain. Ooh. So he's going to be getting health back. So we might want to find a way to get rid of that guy. Alright, so... we do not have another friendly orc right now. Yeah, now all of a sudden this guy doesn't seem as good. Well, let's see here. So we could buff this guy's health, which could be good, but then that would only leave us 3 mana. We could buff this guy's health, but then, yeah, that guy would just kill it. But we'll still have a lethal there. Or we could do something else entirely. Let's see here. If we play him here, he is vulnerable. He only has 2 health. Oh, wow. Choices, choices, choices. I don't know. We're going to go over here.
Your death is my command.
That guy's buffed up a little bit. We probably should have played him over there now that I'm thinking about it. I forgot that he was going to get the +2 health. Mistakes, mistakes. Oh, no, no, no. Charge and drain. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, that's something. So he's getting all kinds of health back. Alright, so... that's a bummer. Alright, however, this guy can kill off that thing over there. Which is good. Or, no, we want to kill off the one over on this side. Yeah. Definitely. So with 3 mana, give a creature that... I think we want to kill the other drain. Okay, so now they're not getting health. And then, do we want to kill this guy off as well? Or just go heavy face? Yeah, you know what? Let's go heavy face. There we go. And then we are threatening now. Okay. Alright, so we could have multiple lethal creatures, but so this guy we can't really get to So, no, we don't have lethal, do we? We have 7, 8, 9, 10. So, yeah, we don't have enough to deal anything fancy. So, let's go ahead and do that. And then we have 7 mana. Oh, yeah. Let's play that guy for sure.
I live to serve.
And you know what? Let's give this guy lethal and then kind of protect us there and go face. And then I did that so that if they drew a prophecy card that they could put out as taunts or whatever, we would have the 1/1 lethal in order to take that out. But it looks like we're in pretty good shape now. So looks like the first game is going to be victorious. So they took that creature out. You know what? I'm okay with that. We can play both of our orcs next turn. But we do have to be careful. Can we die? So let's see here. Now we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Booyah. Alright, and this actually works out perfectly because we can deal 2 damage here, which will not draw a rune, and then finish off the 11. So that 4-1 actually helped us out quite a bit, and we managed to take the first game. So there you go. There is round 1 of the arena and the draft. Should give you an idea of how the arena works. I figure I'll cut it off here. If you want to see more videos how the arena goes, though, I'll definitely record that and put those up later. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Oh, real quick though, I want to add before we close out here, whenever you win, you get to add a card to your deck, which could maybe be bad, but it could maybe be good depending on the choices you have, and in general you play with the minimum number of cards, but you know, you might end up finding a really cool card that ends up helping out your deck, but it is one thing that your deck actually changes as you play in the solo arena. So again, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.